Welcome back to chemistry session. Today we are going to deal about the topic that what happens when metal reacting with acids. We already studied about that metal reacting with water and how is metal is reacting with air means oxygen. So those two topics are completed. Now our third subtopic is what happens when metal is reacting with acids. Okay, as we studied that every metals are not reacting with water, not reacting with gas means air and all. There is an exception case also in means there is also an exception case in the reactivity of what metal with acid also. That means every metals generally the metals are reacting with acid to give what salt and hydrogen gas, but every metals are not producing so means every metals are not reacting with acid to produce what salt and hydrogen gases. Okay, so this is what the general idea of this topic. So how can we write that metal plus dilute acid gives salt plus hydrogen? Okay, so this is what the general equation for the reactivity of metal with acid. What is it? Metal plus dilute acid produces salt plus hydrogen. Okay, now hydrogen gas is not evolved when a metal react with nitric acid. What is it? Hydrogen gas is not evolved when a metal reacting with nitric acid. Again, I am going to the general equation. Our general equation is what? Metal plus dilute acid gives salt plus hydrogen. So, we are using here dilute nitric acid, and what a metal is reacting with dilute nitric acid, then the salt will be there but hydrogen is not produced. Why so? Because nitric acid is a very strong oxidizing agent. You know what is oxidizing agent means. What is oxidation? You know it already. What is oxidation? Addition of oxygen is known as oxidation. Removal of oxygen is known as reduction, or addition of hydrogen is known as reduction. Removal of hydrogen is known as oxidation. Okay, so this is what about oxidation reduction. So nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. That means it have the capacities to oxidize other thing. So what is happening? Metal is reacting with dilute nitric acid, then it produces salt, but the hydrogen will be not there because the produced hydrogen is undergoing for oxidization. That means the produced hydrogen will will form water. How will form water? The hydrogen accepting oxygen molecules. You know, addition of oxygen is oxidation. So the produced hydrogen accept water molecules and form water. Accept oxygen molecules and form water. That means what? Here the produced or the formed hydrogen gas is oxidized into water. So this is the speciality of nitric acid. You need to remember. And the nitric acid is what happened in case of nitric acid. Itself get reduced to any other nitrogen oxides. Okay, itself get reduced to nitrogen oxides, NO, NO2, etc. So what is happening here? Hydrogen gas is not evolved when a metal react with nitric acid. It is because nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. It oxidizes the hydrogen to produce water and itself get reduced to any of the nitrogen oxides. Okay, and itself get reduced to any of the nitrogen oxides. Okay, means the nitrogen content of nitric acid forms nitrogen oxides. So we are not giving here the idea of salt and hydrogen gas. We need to concentrate that when we are using nitric acid, this is a special case, and we are reacting the metal species with nitric acid, then it produces what? Then it produces water plus nitrogen oxides. Water plus nitrogen oxides. Okay, but magnesium manganese react with very dilute nitric acid to evolve hydrogen gas. So here is an exception case, magnesium and manganese. So you please remember the two metals which have an exception case when reacting with dilute nitric acid, means they are producing what, hydrogen gas, and the such metals are what, magnesium and manganese. Very easy to understand because M starts, both starts from M itself, magnesium, manganese. Okay, so please remember this. Now the rate of formation of the bubbles mean hydrogen gas bubbles, okay, was fastest in case of magnesium. The reaction was also what, the most exothermic in this case, means reaction is exothermic, means yes, temperature releasing outside, okay, heat energy releasing outside. So this reaction will be very exothermic in nature. The reactivity decreases in the order of, you please list the order. Magnesium have very good reactivity, then aluminum, then zinc, then iron. Okay, now in case of copper, so this is actually what, this is actually means this order is actually with relating to the 3.11 activity. Okay, so you please read that activity and you can find out the fifth final question is what, I arrange the metal decreasing order of their activity with dilute acids, and that is the question. The provided metals are magnesium, aluminum, zinc and iron. So the order of what, decreasing order of their activity with dilute nitric acid or with dilute acid is what, magnesium have greater, and then aluminum, then zinc, then iron have very less reactivity. Okay, now in case of copper, no bubbles were seen and the temperature also remained unchanged. Okay, so we are using copper with an acid, then we cannot see any bubble produced and there will be no temperature change, means there is no reaction. Not if there is any, then that will be very minute because there is no hydrogen bubbles are formed and also there is no temperature changes is occur, means there is no exothermic reaction is seen. Okay, now this shows that copper does not react with dilute HCl. Okay, dilute HCl with copper is not reacting with what, dilute HCl. Now I think you may be cleared. Again I am giving a summary of this topic. We are using the metal activity, means we are going to study the metal activity with dilute acid. Always all metals are not all, much more metals reacting with dilute acid to produce salt and hydrogen. But when we are using nitric acid, then we cannot see the hydrogen gas produced because nitric acid is very good oxidizing agent and it is what, oxidizing the produced hydrogen into water, and the nitrogen content of nitric acid produces different nitrogen oxides. Okay, now magnesium and manganese produces what, hydrogen gases when reacting with the dilute nitric acid. This is an exception case. Now we are checking the activity of some metals, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron and copper with dilute acid HCl. Then we can see that copper not reacting with dilute HCl. That means, how can we visualize the inference? How can we reach out at the inference that copper not reacting with dilute HCl? Because we can observe that the observation is that what, there is no bubbles and there is no heat change or there is no temperature change. Okay, that means what, copper is not reacting with the dilute acid, and the remaining metals have the order as magnesium have greater than aluminum, aluminum have greater than zinc, zinc have greater than iron. What, greater than reactivities. Okay, and this is what about our reaction of metal with the dilute acid. Okay, now yes, here is one point, aqua regia. Aqua regia means what, we are using a solution in the ratio of 3:1. 3 stands for what, the weight of dilute concentrated HCl acid and HCl hydrochloric acid, and 1 in the ratio for the ratio of concentrated nitric acid, means we are taking concentrated HCl and concentrated nitric acid in the ratio of 3:1. Then it have, and this solution is known as aqua regia, okay, royal water, and it can dissolve the gold. Okay, this is what it can, this is the peculiarity of this solution, aqua regia. Okay, even though neither of these acids can do alone, means not concentrated HCl can dissolve gold and not concentrated nitric acid can dissolve the gold, but the mixture of these two in the ratio of 3:1 can dissolve the gold, and that mixture is known as what? Aqua regia or royal water. Okay, so aqua regia is a highly corrosive fuming liquid. Okay, it is one of the few reagents that is able to dissolve the gold and platinum. Okay, what we discussed already. So this is what about our topic, what metal reacting with the acid. Now other thing is metal reacting with solution of other metal reacting with the solution of other metal. So before going to this, I am asking you a question. Do you know what is displacement reaction? Displacement reaction, yes. What is displacement reaction? How can we give a general equation for displacement reaction? Yes, A plus BC gives B plus AC, means A displaces B from the solution BC or from the compound BC. So what is displacement reaction? Yes, more reactive species can displace the less reactive species from its compound. I think you may remember it very clearly. Okay, so that is what in this topic is. Suppose we are taking a metal and the other solution of a metal. Okay, metal salt. So I am taking a metal A and taking a metal solution BC, and we are going to react these to each other. Then we can see that suppose A is very reactive than B, then what happens? Yes, A replaces B from BC. Yes, and you know that is known as displacement reaction. So this is what is actually happening. When metals reacting with the solution of other metal, the highly reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from its compound. Okay, the highly reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from its compound. Okay, so here the general equation, metal A plus salt solution of metal B gives salt solution of A plus metal B. Here salt solution of B. This is what actually the compound of B. Okay, the compound or the salt solution of the metal B. This is what actually. Okay, so this is a kind of what? Yes, displacement reaction, and this is what is just given in the topic under metal reacting with the solution of other metal. Okay, now here I told you that more reactive species displaces the less reactive species and all. So how can you find? Suppose I am given two metals, copper and iron, and I am asking you that which is more reactive. Okay, which is more reactive. So how can you find? So to understand that, in chemistry there is a series and you have to study it. Okay, there is a series, and that series is actually written by performing experiments. Okay, after performing experiments, a series is formed in chemistry, and that series is known as reactivity series. So what is reactivity series? The reactivity series is a list of metals arranged in the order of their decreasing activity. Okay, arranging in the order of their decreasing activity. Okay, you know what is activity? We are not jumping skipping, that is not an activity in case of chemistry. What is activities in chemistry? Yes, performing reaction, performing chemical reaction. So the capacity of a metal, how much it can perform in a chemical reaction, that is known as what? Its activity in chemistry. Okay, and we are arranging a series of metals in the decreasing order of their activities, then it is known as what? Reactivity series. And here a small portion of reactivity series is provided for you. You have to study this, okay, carefully. You please try to understand, or you please try to study. Means potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold. And you please try to by heart this topic. Okay, means it maybe help you to in your, yes, definitely, this is actually in your +2 session also. Such kind of activity series you have, means such kind of some questions related this topic is also seen in your +2 class. And this is only a portion, means this is only a part of that series. Okay, not complete series is provided for you. Yes, not complete series is provided for you, only a part of a questions series is provided here only. And I think this may be if you study, if you will study this, I think this may be help to understand you. If two metals are provided and asking them, they are to find which is very active and not active, so on such questions, then you can easily find out by using this table. And if you have this in your mind, then I think that will very helpful for you to perform in your activities. Which activity? Final exam activity. Okay, so most reactive potassium, least reactive gold, and yes, in between those you can see some metals. Okay, try to study. Okay, try to study with your best. And this is known as what? Reactivity series. So let's come to the point. Which metal, copper or iron, is more reactive? This is your question. So by using this table we can find copper is where? Yes, fourth from the last, copper. And iron is where? Yes, above copper there is hydrogen, lead, iron. Means iron have more reactive than copper. So which metal is more active here? Definitely iron is more active than copper. Okay, suppose you provided calcium and copper, then you can see that calcium is more active than copper. Okay, suppose you provided a solution containing sodium metal and you provided a metal, that is potassium, and you are taking a reaction, then you can see that sodium displaced by potassium, because potassium is more reactive and it can displaces sodium from its solution. Okay, so this is what the idea of reactive series. Again I am giving, you have zinc and copper solution. Zinc rod dipped in copper sulfate solution. What will happen? Definitely zinc displaces the copper, because zinc is more reactive than copper and copper is less reactive than zinc, vice versa. Okay, so zinc can replaces the copper from its solution. Okay, so let me ask another question. Iron and copper. Oh, that is already we studied that. Okay, so another question. Aluminium and magnesium solution. So what is happening? Means aluminium and aluminium solution, you have aluminium salt solution, you